An introduction to the BEAMts torque sensor system. Unlike other torque sensors that measure force at the bottom bracket or at the rear axle, BEAMts measures force on the chain and converts that force into a standard 1 to 4 volt signal output that requires no further processing at the controller. We use a semi-rigid beam that flexes when pressure is applied by the bike's chain. A Hall sensor measures that deflection, and our onboard processor takes the raw sensor feed and outputs a smooth, conditioned signal that replicates a standard 1 to 4 volt throttle. We pot the entire unit so that it's completely weatherproof. Because our housing is one continuous piece of aluminum, it expands and contracts at a constant rate, so it's not affected by cold or heat. Some competitors use a mix of steel and aluminum, which have different expansion rates, which can lead to binding during extreme temperatures. Our unit self-calibrates at startup and 3 times per second thereafter. It works with either a pulley or sprocket. It isn't affected by rough use or tire changes and requires no special setup at the factory. BEAMts works with a front, rear, or center-mounted motor. It works with an internal hub or rear cluster, and also with a multi-speed front crank, or even with a belt drive. Even without a chain guard, the unit is barely noticeable, but it can easily be mounted behind a chain guard which hides it completely. Our sample units can be reprogrammed and adjusted to meet the needs of any client. A complete programming package is included, which will run on almost any PC and let you set up your desired preferences. Amongst other options, our software lets you adjust the ramp up, which determines how fast power ramps up when torque is applied to the pedals. You can also adjust the ramp down, which controls how quickly power is ramped down when you stop pedaling. Once those preferences are determined, you can order pre-programmed units that simply plug into your controller. BEAMts can be mounted anywhere in the upper chain line and only raises the chain 5 or 6 millimeters. In order to facilitate quick evaluation of the BEAMts by clients, we have a variety of generic plates that mount in your existing bottom bracket or on your chainstay. We can usually set up a sample on your bike in under 2 hours. Our engineers can provide the dimensions and drawings to add a simple mounting bracket to your frame during production. Or we can customize a bracket that fits on your existing bike. This has the added benefit of making the BEAMts a potential dealer upsell or retrofit on bikes already in the field. We can customize the BEAMts shape, orientation, color, and even configuration layout to match a client's individual needs. We now offer a split system that lets you plug a throttle and cadence sensor directly into the BEAMts, as well as a programming package to control both inputs. We can deliver with whatever style and plug configuration you need. We have completed extensive lab testing, including third-party validation with SGS Labs in Taiwan, and have a contract manufacturing agreement with Fairleigh Whetson. We can sell in RMB and deliver domestically in China if that is preferred. For more information, please go to beamts.com or santamonicaev.com.